Well, Jeff, everyone was pretty shocked to see Marco Andretti give a NASCAR start in one of your trucks yesterday in the Mid-Ohio truck race. What's that like, having somebody like that with that lineage drive in the 7 truck?
Oh, that's funny. You asked that. It's like when we were leaving the racetrack yesterday at Mid-Ohio, I was kind of like just like thinking to myself, I'm like, if you would have told, like I grew up in Indy. I was a IndyCar guy, loved Mario, loved Michael. If you would have told me that we were going to have an Andretti in our, if you would have told that kid, in 1984 that one of the Andrettis is going to run, I mean, it's just, in some ways it's a dream come true, right? It's an honor. We've been blessed to have some real hitters in there, and look, I think he did a really good job. Marco was, yesterday was just like not a straightforward race, going the torrential downpour and then, to the dry. And I think that, if there was something that was going on, we were near it or around it, and it felt like every time we kind of would get going, it's like I think a guy, if they saw an Andretti in their mirror or they knew they were racing around them, it's like they picked up 3/10. You know what I'm saying? So I think for all of us, it was like this day where we're just like, holy shit, you know what I mean? Like it's like this is really happening. So it's super cool.
Does Marco want to go cup racing?
I don't know. You'd have to ask him. I mean, we didn't get into that. It was just something where it's like it was close to home, and Bono really wanted to run the race, and we had like a really good, road race and truck. So, we don't. I guess we don't half-ass it, it's just like we went right for an Andretti, I guess, So.
And of course, this week we also had Gamebridge come on board. What's it like having a sponsor like that now join the team and help out this effort?
Yeah, man. It's a game changer for a group like ours, right? I don't know that there's any other way to put it. It's just a total game changer to have a sponsor of that ilk, come on with that kind of commitment. Look, all of our sponsors have been amazing, and we're happy to, they've all contributed to our success. They certainly built a foundation and believed in us that made it not easy, but probably easier for a company like Gamebridge to say, hey, look at what these guys are doing. And Dan, look, the other part about what they, with Dan and Mike Nichols over there is that I think they've just seen us outpunch our weight, so it wasn't just kind of like an easier ask, where it was like, geez, these guys are probably worth getting behind. But for him to make that kind of commitment for that many years is it's a big deal. There's no other way to put it. It's a total game changer.
I know we're only like halfway through the season, but of course everyone's already talking about silly season, things like that. So I should probably ask, are Corey and Ty's, are their contracts year over year? How do those contracts look like?
I wish TJ was right here because I could ask him. I know Corey's is up, and we'd like to re-sign him, and we've been talking and trying to work towards that. I think Ty's was maybe Ty's is up at the end of this year. I'm not sure. I just wish these guys would, I guess with that 77 group, I wish they'd just get going. You know what I'm saying, and make these decisions a little bit more straightforward, because it's like we love what Ty brings to this team. I don't think that the results. Look, it's a results business, right? But it's like I don't think the results are indicative of like that group and what they're capable of, and they just haven't had that like a result to kind of like give them some positive reinforcement. But I hope they start this tonight and get on a roll, because we'd love to keep that whole thing together.
And of course, one of the options could be, selling a charter or something like that for the right price. Is that something you might be willing to do in the future, or are you here for the long haul?
Yeah, we're not looking to sell. We're looking to acquire. So we're not. There's nothing for sale here.
Well, I appreciate it, Jeff. Thank you for your time, and I wish you luck for your team tonight.
Thank you.
Hey, everyone. Dalton Hopkins here with Frontstretch.com. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and check out one of the 2 videos next to me to see more of our racing content.